Shameless. United in the Europa League. Europa League. Me tell them one time and me say Europa League. Europa. Yes, guys, we are here at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium here in Seville, and we're inside the museum, and we're going to be taken around by our good friend Javier. Thank you for having us today, Javier. We are inside the Museum of Sevilla at the beginning of the tour. Talk us through the history of this fantastic club. Where are we? What can we see?
First of all, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, about the history of the club. The club was founded in 1890 by a group of young men, and they were from Seville and also from the United Kingdom, especially from Scotland. The first captain and the first president of the club were they both from Scotland. Hugh McCall from Glasgow, and Edward Farquharson Johnston from Elgin.
That's very interesting because I know Real Betis is the rival club, but they had a similar history with the Celtic of Scotland as well, where they were founded by some Scottish origins as well. So very interesting to see both clubs here with that.
It's interesting, really.
Wow,
really
okay.
Interesting. Here, for example, you have Hugh McCall and Edward Farquharson Johnston. Both were from Scotland, our first captain and first president. Hugh McCall, there were three main companies involved in the founding of the club. The Portilla and White Foundry, the technical manager was Hugh McCall. There was also another company that was the McAndrew Shipping Company that imported to Scotland tons and tons of oranges.
So that's because I was thinking, how did people from Scotland manage to get a club here in Seville? But like you said, from the trade export of the oranges.
Yeah. Edward Johnston was the director and co-proprietor of the McAndrew Shipping Company. He exported tons and tons of oranges to Scotland for the production of their famous marmalade. And that's why he was involved in the founding of the club. He was also the British Vice Consul in Seville, and the other company was the Seville Waterworks Company that was founded also to bring water to the city. And the first director was Edward Johnston too.
Wow, honestly, I know this is a cliche, but you learn something new every day. You would never think that people from Scotland, Glasgow or something like that. It's crazy.
The club was founded while celebrating Burns Night in Seville. Burns Supper. Robert Burns, the national poet of Scotland, is celebrated every January the 25th.
Here?
And
in Scotland, okay.
Everywhere where there's a Scottish colony. And there was a big one here in Seville at that time.
That is the history, guys. You would not have known it, but there you go, some really big similarities. Just before we move on, there were some players here on the wall. It's going to come back round in a second, but I did not know that Diego Maradona played for Sevilla. I did not know this.
He played for Sevilla during the season 1992-93, only 1 year, but he's magic and he's remembered as a good player and as perhaps the best player of all times.
Insane. I had no idea he played. Obviously, there was other players on there. There was David Suker, famous here as well. He played for Arsenal as well. David Suker did. There was Freddie Canute up there as well. Obviously, West Ham, we know him from there, but had some time over here. But definitely the standout for me. I had no idea that the great man himself, Maradona. Did you get to see him play?
Yes.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, what was that like?
He was magic. Absolutely brilliant, different from anything I've seen later.
Yeah, of course, the great man. Okay, let's take a look now into the museum. What do we have?
You have here an article published by the Dundee Courier from Scotland, from Dundee, where the founding moment of the club is detailed, and also how the first football match played in Spain took place. It was played in 1890, 2 months after the club was founded, between Sevilla Football Club and Huelva Recreation Club. This is the first official football match played in Spain, and Sevilla won 2-0.
So wait, so Sevilla played the first ever football match in Spain over Real Madrid.
Between two clubs.
Between
two clubs. Yeah.
So did it before Barcelona? Did it before Real Madrid?
Yes.
Sevilla did it first.
Sevilla was the first.
I'll tell you what, that's a big statement.
In a race course, you have the miniature of the race course.
They played here.
Yeah. This was a race course, a hippodrome that was in Sevilla at that time.
My goodness. Look at the penalty area. Is that the old school pitch was like this?
Yes, it was like this.
Like a love heart.
The goalkeeper could move freely in this little
area. Whole rectangle up there, or just the small area?
The small area where the goalkeeper had to be, while the penalty, for example, was kicked, was these two semicircles, and the continuous line was the place from which the opponent could throw the ball.
They could throw it in.
There was no spot, no fixed spot. The penalty could be kicked from any point at the line.
Oh, no way.
And the rest of the players had to wait before this continuous line.
I didn't know that. And what's this dotted line as well? The dashes?
The place where all the players had to be before the penalty was kicked.
Wow. Other than that, they've still got the same corner flags, same goal. Yes. Same halfway line with the centre circle
crossbar.
As well.
We have the crossbar. Because at first there was a tape, and then the crossbar it was established around the 1890.
Wow, that is insane. What are these?
Well, trophies from the second decade of the 20th century.
This looks
our first badge.
Yes.
It is still in our current badge. It is still represented as FC Sevilla Football Club, and different photos of a match we played in 1909. Because there had been an earthquake in Italy, and to take money to be sent there, they played a match.
Wow, insane! And these cups, is this the cups they won at the time?
Yes, these cups are from the second decade of the 20th century.
Original.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, of course.
This is real history right here. Real history.
Not the football heritage.
Football, this is what Jose Mourinho was talking about. Football heritage.
After we left Carlava, we came to this stadium.
Oh, okay.
We can say more or less.
Is this the grounds of here now? No, this is somewhere else.
This stadium was in the center of the city, in an area called Prado de San Sebastián. San Sebastián,
where's Sociedad? Yes, I've been there. Yeah.
Pues that's the name, but the area was here in the city, and the Seville Fair was celebrated here. When the Seville Fair came, the week of the Seville Fair, the stadium had to be dismantled to celebrate the famous Seville Fair. We were here from 1913 to 1918.
This kit here now, look.
Yeah. This is our first kit.
Wow.
White.
Josh, you got to see this. Oh my goodness.
Almost all teams were in white because that was the cheapest kit and the more easy to get.
Yeah. It's like I said this before, but it's like a dinner shirt. you know, some trousers, leather belt.
Yes.
Heavy football boots.
They were knights playing football.
Yeah, exactly. They look like knights.
In spite of that, they were seen as crazy people.
Yeah, I bet. Look at this, crazy. The boots are there. Are these some of the first trophies that the club?
Original trophies from the first decade and second decade. So
1914.
Yeah.
Original trophy.
Yeah. They are friendly trophies.
Wow.
We have been lucky in the sense that Sevilla Football Club has kept
the originals.
Yeah,
because that doesn't always happen, does it? That you get to keep the. How come Sevilla? Why were you so lucky being able to keep the originals?
Because our club is proud of its history, sorry, and that's why all the presidents, office bearers have been keeping most of the trophies, documents, and so on.
That's brilliant. That is really good to see. This club
Very lucky.
absolutely stacked with history. I'm guessing this is even more trophies won from that period of time as well.
The press began to be famous in the 1920s, more or less, here in Seville, and that's why there are some magazines
From that time period.
with some Sevilla players.
Look at this guy. He looks like Diogo Dallo.
Quinqué, a famous player.
Jose Ahmed.
Juan
Jose Ahmed.
Armet de Castelví, but his nickname was Quinqué.
Kinke.
Quinqué.
Why Kinke? Because he's kinky. Oh.
Well, Quinqué, he was used, Quinqué is a sort of lamp,
Oh, okay.
little lamp. He was said to give light to the team. He played very well.
So not what I thought then. Yeah, fair enough. This is another stadium now.
Another one.
How many?
We
Another
moved from the Mercantile
And another
in 1918, and we came here. We were here from 1918 to 1928. I said we moved because of the Ibero-American exhibition
Yes.
from there. It was from here.
From this one. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
This stadium was known as the Reina Victoria Stadium. This is where our national team, Spain, played for the first time in Andalusia since it was in 1923. Since that moment, they have never been defeated in our stadiums. In none of our stadiums, they have played in 3 of Sevilla Football Club stadiums. Here, the old Nervión and the current Ramón Sánchez.
And the Spanish national team's never been defeated in there.
Never been defeated here, and they have played a lot of matches. In fact, this was during many years the official site, not only our stadium, also the Betis Stadium, but it is in Sevilla Football Club stadiums where Spain has never been defeated.
This is interesting. See, this goes into the narrative, right, of Sevilla being a strong force. Their home ground, home to the national team, didn't lose any games. It's a fortress. Manchester United, take note. Take note. We are coming to a fortress. We are coming to a fortress.
Came from Sunderland.
Oh, so I was going to say,
Yeah.
so basically there's so much influence from British football, basically.
Yes. Our first captain, Hugh McCall, who was the technical manager of the family that I mentioned previously, he moved to Sunderland after leaving Spain, and he established a company devoted to the reparation and making of boilers for ships, and in Sunderland. And the club asked him to send a new kit, red and white, because those were the colors of the
Sunderland,
the city, and he sent the colors of the Sunderland football.
Wow. So you had Betis, who they did it with Celtic,
Yeah.
and green and white. They explained to us when we were last here. And Sunderland is the club of where the inspiration comes from for Sevilla. Who would have thought? Imagine being in hot, sunny Spain, here in Seville, and I don't know if you've ever been to Sunderland. But it's cold. it is cold. It's very cold. So but it's interesting to see the culture from British football that has managed to, encapsulate itself and ingrain itself in Sevilla history.
Yes, there's much influence.
Wow. That's where would you have thought that, Josh? Sunderland Football Club was the inspiration for Sevilla.
Well,
You learn something new every day.
they have a sort of motto, no? Till I die, no?
Yes.
And we say,
they do Sunderland till I die, yeah.
and since a lot of years ago, we say Sevilla hasta la muerte, Sevilla till I die.
They've even got the same motto.
We didn't know it,
Oh.
but perhaps it's just a coincidence, but it's more or less the same motto.
Tell you what, Javier, it's a strong coincidence. Same colours, same motto.
Yeah.
Interesting. That is very, very interesting. Just before we move out of here.
First,
Yeah.
because all the trophies you have seen are friendly trophies.
Right.
Up to the formation of the Andalusian Football Association in 1915. Okay, since that moment, there was an official trophy that was played in our region by the teams of Andalusia. This was the first trophy, the first official trophy, and it was played 21 times, okay? And Sevilla won 18 out of the 21 times.
That's not fair.
Yeah. The team that won the trophy 3 consecutive times or 5 in different...
You can keep it.
Yeah, you can keep it.
We learned that. Yes, we remembered. Yeah.
Sevilla lost the first edition in 1916, then won the next year, lost in 1918, but from that moment they won all the...
There should be about 5 of these.
Yes, and that's why this is here in a special site.
Wow. Like you said, runner-up, winner, runner-up, winner, 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 runner-up, winner, 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 winner.
Yeah.
Dominated. Look at that. Sevilla, 18. I ain't even got enough. I can't even do the 5 times. 18 times.
This was a very important trophy, a very important competition, because practically it was the only one till the formation of the Spanish League in the late 1920s.
Yes.
So, in fact, you have to win the Andalusian Cup to go to the Spanish Cup, to take part in the Spanish Cup.
Because that's what I was going to say. So where was, before the La Liga was created, who was like Real Madrid playing against and Barcelona playing? What was, where did something else?
In the regions.
Oh, it was only in regions. So what was that, Catalonia?
And then the champion could take part in the King's Cup, in the Spanish Cup.
Right. So all the teams weren't together first. It was all in regions.
So this is why, apart from the first official trophy, this is why it was so important, because if you won the Andalusian Cup, you could go to take part in the Spanish Cup.
I was just looking at some of the records here. Look, they scored 62 goals in this one here. 62. Look,
more than 100 in a total.
Jeez. This season, they've only conceded 2 goals. 4 goals, single digits. Look, scored 44, conceded 3. Yeah. Unbelievable records.
They were a very good player.
Hopefully not like this now. Manchester United, but we need to concede much more than this. We need more. Who's this guy?
He is Enrique Gómez Muñoz, but he was known as Spencer, as the English surname, because he didn't want his father to know that he was playing football for Sevilla.
Play in secret?
Yeah, but
Why?
he played because he didn't want his father and his mother to know it, because they wanted him to study. And he adopted the name Spencer. He died too young. He was the first player, the first international player born in Andalusia, and he died too young because of an operation of appendicitis.
Appendicitis, yeah, take your appendix. Yeah, appendicitis.
And he died too young in 1926.
Wow, so very young. Wow. And the players around here, similar, like obviously iconic to the club.
The original portrait composition of the club that they made at the time, and there are many badges, little badges of different teams Sevilla had played with. And someone at the club had the excellent idea of placing these little shields here, and that's why many of the oldest badges, shields, are here.
That is amazing. Teams. That is amazing. Again, this place is absolutely stacked of history. So this here is Maradona's actual shirt.
Yes.
This here, look at this. The GOAT.
Was worn by him during a match played here in our stadium during the season 92-93.
I'm going to ask you a question, yeah? If I wanted to buy this, how much do you think? Priceless?
Priceless.
No priceless. I'll give you 2 million.
I think you're wrong.
100 million. Everyone's got a price, yeah? Everyone's got a price. Why? Northern Ireland, is that?
You're not going to believe it.
Oh, talk to me.
Who do you think?
George Best.
Yes.
George Best!
Original one.
George Best. Let me think now. Why would George Best Did Ireland play against Spain in your stadium when you say that they never lose?
In 1971, he played here against Spain, and one of our players who played for Spain, Enrique Lora, interchanged the shirt with him. He kept the shirt and presented the club.
Is this the original shirt?
The original one.
See that, Manchester United fans, this is a piece of history. George Best came to this stadium right here, played against the Spanish national team, and they have his shirt in their museum. That is unbelievable. Wow. That's not the socks, is it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just they look kind of new.
Only the shirt.
Only the shirt, yes, wow. The great George Best.
Camisetas originales, original shirts.
Wow. Unbelievable. And this is the original Spanish shirt too, right? That is brilliant. There you go, a little bit of man. Oh, famous. Oh man, Georgie Best, God rest his soul. Oh, look at this. This is intimidating. This is it. You know, we play on Thursday for one of these, and this team, they are dominant in the Europa League. And you look at the result that happened on Thursday last at Old Trafford, and I couldn't help but think, I don't know, the footballing gods or the power that they have, the judge that they have in this competition. 2 own goals, injuries to Manchester United. It was like the power of Sevilla just went right, and that's why I'm very scared for Thursday. But 6 Europa Leagues, unbelievable.
Yes, it's a universal render. And there's a special atmosphere around the club when we play the Europa League.
6. Oh, I'm even more nervous now. When you actually come and see the thing that we're actually trying to get one of these. Hopefully they don't get a 7th one in here added here. Hopefully that's us that are going to get another one. But wow, it's a big task. Just shows you the history and how well they do in this competition. They take it very, very seriously. So we are here at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium, and we're about to go into the Sevilla dressing room, football heritage. They've got all their kits around the place. Do you know what? It's got that smell of like inside a garage, like tires. It smells like tires, doesn't it? But
a bit like a garage.
it does, yeah. It can rise up as well. They've got a screen there as well. What I really like is every player has their actual, not just the name on top, but their actual match-worn shirts, kind of, presented in a glass case. Obviously their own stations, their flip-flops are there. Cunha, who helped, who was almost fighting with Anthony, he is there. Alex Telles, Manchester United, Alex Telles didn't even come on the pitch the other day. Fernando, ex Manchester City, that guy, Lamela, disgrace cheat. Obviously they got their refreshments, they got their ice baths inside there, which is fantastic. They're all sorted, as you can see. Big ice baths.
Ronaldo would like that.
Ronaldo would love that. And you know what? A player that I really loved in the World Cup, and I thought he was excellent, Bono. He's a fantastic keeper. This is where the keepers sit. And if we come around here, if I just go backwards like this, En-Nesyri as well, another one. From Morocco. I thought he done really well in the World Cup. I really enjoyed his performances as well. And we can't not big up this guy. Absolute legend of the game. In his prime, obviously world-class Ivan Rakitic, but a top draw player. And as you can see as well, Jesus Navas, yeah. Do you know what? He actually caused the goal last week when Malacia wasn't looking. Come from across from him, obviously ex-Manchester City, so he's going to want to definitely beat us as per usual, and obviously the heritage that he has with Sevilla as well, because he's played here for many years. We couldn't get into the Manchester United change room as per the protocol here at the stadium, but I'm sure they'll be looked after. I'm sure they'll be ready. They don't. I know they've banned. Yeah, exactly. No judge allowed, and I'm happy with that. Martial's going to be in there now. He wasn't here last time. Was he here last time when we played in Betis? No, he wasn't. He wasn't in the squad yet, was he? Was he there, Josh? No, he wasn't. So now that Marshall's back, they're like, Fleck, stay away. And you know what? I promised, didn't I? So no problem. But that is the Sevilla dressing room. Let's go. Let's have a look at the tunnel on the pitch. So this is what the Sevilla players will see when they're on their way to the pitch. They're going to walk down them stairs that are just behind Josh. I can't read Spanish, but it's going to say some inspirational stuff about how great they are, what the club's about, and why they need to win this game. There's a lot of pictures of themselves as well. You know what I mean? Imagine just walking out, oh yeah, I am a football player. I am important. I am great. Do you want to be good or do you want to be great? Alex Telles. Look at that, Alex Telles doing his thing here. Ivan Rakitic. The players are here. Fernando. So they will get here, and this is where they will see the Manchester United players. They'll probably get their first glimpse of the players here. If you just poke around here, Josh, our players will come from up there. They will see a big, pictureless, but a big Sevilla crest there. So we'll get the likes of Casemiro looking to his right, staring Rakitic right in the face from them games they used to have in El Clasico, yeah, when it was Barca against Real Madrid, and Casemiro used to win all the time. No judge flex. Then they're going to walk down here. And this, I think, is a really nice way to enter the stadium. Down these steps, and then up these steps into the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium. 40-odd thousand fans will be present here in this beautiful, iconic, mean stadium. I came here in 2018, the last time we played them, and David De Gea made an awful lot of saves. And I remember away to my left-hand side, just there, is where I was sitting, obviously with the away fans, and it was a cauldron of noise in here. I'm not playing, seriously. These guys got real football heritage. Forget what they're doing in the league. Forget that they're not playing well. Forget that they've had 3 managers within a year. It doesn't matter. This place will be an awfully tough place to come and play football, and we have to manage it. They've even got screens. Got screens, big up the screens. Screen there, screen there. And this is a substitute bench as well. I'm not sure which side's home. Ouch, I just got a little bit of static shock there. Not, that really hurt. But yeah, that is the tour over. An iconic stadium. How would I sum it up? Flex's thoughts. This club has extreme football history. You know, when the heritage is heritaging. You know, obviously we went to Real Betis, which isn't too far from here, just a stone throw away on the other side of the city. But they are stacked with history as well. Bigger stadium, yes, but there you cannot ignore, which is more relevant to what we're doing now. You can't ignore their pedigree in the Europa League, and I think actually it could just be a coincidence, but I don't know. You know, I kind of half believe in the judge. When it's not against me, I believe in it. When it is, and you lot do it, I'm not. But on this side, there is a bit of judge, man, because if you think about it, 2-0 up, cruising, and we couldn't get the job done. Is it that Sevilla European pedigree judge, or was it just a lucky thing to happen? So yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. Amazing stadium. Big thank you to Sevilla for having us down here and giving us an insight into your beautiful football club as well. Smash a like on the video, guys. You know how we like to do here on United V. We like to do things different. We like to get you right in there. We like to give you the facts. We like to give you the behind-the-scenes access where we can. So thanks for supporting the channel, guys. Smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Peace.